Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back with a reaction video. But this one's a little bit different. This is not going to be music. I normally don't cover Ryan Upchurch's engagement videos. I watch them, but I don't cover them. And not because they're negative or anything like that. It's just not normally a thing that I'm interested in doing. But this one, I started watching and I was like, you know what? I've got to do a video on this one. So this is episode 2 of the Ryan Room. And Ryan's dropping some real wisdom on some people here. Y'all need to listen to what he's saying. Now, it sucks for YouTube because you're not going to get to see this for another 2 days. Today is Tuesday. My band is up Thursday, I think. So, y'all won't get to see this now. But Rumble, you will. And I might even put this one on BitChute. I'm not doing a lot on BitChute till my YouTube band's over. I don't want the double uploads. It's a problem. But we're going to check out Ryan Upchurch, the Ryan Room. What's the vibe? Let's go.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ryan Room.
Okay. Oops, sorry. That blew me out. Did that blow y'all out? Yeah.
Alright, today we're going to talk about vibe. What's the vibe, bro? Yeah, that's actually a really good question. Everything you know runs off of vibrations. Now,
that is truth. The entirety of the universe is a vibration. It is all energy. Everything, including you, is energy.
now before you're like, oh, fuck you, you witch tarot card reader. Now, let me give you a few examples before we go talking about this so you can see it for yourself. Vibrate the metal plate by using a tone generator.
These things are so cool. Like, so cool. This opened up a whole new realm of stuff for me, personally, in my growth.
As the pitch of the tone increases, geometric patterns will form and become more complex. Dude, this is going to be wicked. 337 hertz. 806. Now, just watch all these.
I am going to DuckDuckGo something real quick. Human frequency. That was dumb. I did not spell that right. The frequency of the human body is 62 to 68 hertz. Okay, back to Ryan. I would be interested to see what that is.
Symmetrical waves, just with vibration. And the more they crank it up, the more beautiful and complex it gets.
I got a feeling that the human vibration is actually an exponent of one of these higher numbers.
Wow. Now, let's look at another example. All right, so here's one where a guy uses a water hose, a subwoofer, and cranks the bass up to a certain amount. Watch this.
24
at 24 frames per second. Watch the pattern.
That's wicked as shit.
Fucking wicked. Another example of, using sound and music and vibrations for certain things, a little bit on the evil side, is our government uses certain songs to fucking torture prisoners, like in places like Guantanamo Bay.
They also use the news media as brainwashing devices, using frequencies and vibrations. Like, they do that. The tone of the music when the news starts. Like, you can tell whether it's a good story or a bad story by the way they dum 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 dum, or however. Like, that's setting the tone in your mind so that you will perceive it a certain way.
Let me look up the list, give you a name of some of the songs. 11 popular songs the CIA used to torture terror suspects. The Real Slim Shady by Eminem, Take Your Best Shot by Dope, Dirty by Christina Aguilera, Zigrati by Mohammed El Quas. I don't know how to fucking say that. Babylon by David Gray. I Love You by the Barney Theme. Could you imagine being stuck in a fucking room? I love you, you love me. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure they take like 8 to 15 second sound bites of a song and repeat it over and over and over and over and over.
That would be so fucking annoying.
If I'm not mistaken. Saturday Night Fever by the Bee Gees. The Meow Mix theme. Oh my god. Could you imagine being strapped to a fucking chair in a white room and hearing meow 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 meow. I would fucking go berserk.
That is crazy in my headphones.
The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson. F Your God by Decide, and We Are
The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
the Champions by Queen. Yeah, that's right, you fucking terrorists. We are the champions. Fuck you. What I'm getting at is, in my own career, I see these.
Like, I only watched the beginning of this, and I was like, you know what? We're going to go with this. So, this is good. We're going to see the rest of this together.
Other people. And, you know, this is not I'm not making this video to bash these people. You know, if anything, you know, I'm not going to say any names, but if anything, I hope they see this video and they realize some shit they need to realize. Your life vibrates. The things you say vibrate. The things you say go somewhere. They go
Yes. Speak it into existence.
out there in the universe. At least that's what I believe. I do believe in things.
And what you put out is what you get back. That's why when we talk about the spiral, like, that's the choices you're making, up and down. Are you choosing to vibrate higher, or are you choosing to vibrate lower? Yeah.
Like speaking stuff into existence. But when I'm talking about like speaking something into existence, you can't just like walk outside and be like, I want to be rich tomorrow. Universe. No. You have to have like a certain tone about you, like a good tone. And you know, people might be like, oh, well, you're crazy. What do you mean tones and vibrations?
That's what I do when I walk and I pray every morning. I pray out loud every morning. I walk my dogs and I pray out loud. I pray for some people by specific name. I pray for my country and my world. Like, I pray for things out loud every morning. And it's all, like, my God's faithful, so.
Don't nobody care about that. Well, engineers who fucking build $1 million monuments fucking care. So, I mean, go tell them, fucking. Hell, there's one built in Nashville at the end of the Bicentennial Mall. There's a big tri-star, like a little symbol of enlightenment. I have it tattooed right here. And it's built around tones and sounds. Here, I'll show you.
At the end of the Bicentennial Mall in Tennessee.
I wonder if that's part of a constellation. If that, yeah, like if you know, and if this is a part of a specific constellation, let me know, because I would like to look at that.
Which resembles Nibiru, is the core.
Like, we're gonna do some Hopi stuff. Like, it'll be coming out in the next couple of days. YouTube won't get to see it right away, but like, this is very reminiscent of some of their stuff.
The 3 stars. It is designed in a circular platform with 95 columns. A bell is housed at the top of each column, and one bell resides in the capital, representing all 96 counties of the state. The court of 3 stars may symbolize the third eye of enlightenment, with an iron rod at the center to echo the tones. Bells are acoustically complex, and their construction results in a very specific frequency and amplitude. There are 4 basic means of activating musical sound without electricity, which are striking, blowing, rubbing, and plucking. The wave of sound forms the tone and vibrates, forming the amplitude of the wave. The more intense sounds result in a higher frequency, or hertz. It is interesting to note that the granite floor and limestone pillars charge the court of 3 stars with positive and negative polarity, much like an electrical circuit.
See?
The Earth's energy includes
Sound and energy are the same thing. Like, vibration, energy, like, it's all the same thing. It's really weird. Once you wrap your head around the fact that everything is energy, everything is just different wavelengths, including you. You're a different wavelength of energy than the air around you. or this cup full of Powerade. Like, seriously.
Mechanical, thermal, electrical, magnetic, nuclear, and chemical, each having a source for sound. It is possible that bells vibrating at a certain frequency could have a symbolic or functional meaning to those that have deep knowledge of sacred architecture and geometry.
Now, when you convert all this into a human, and where a human is in his life, and what that human acts like and sounds like and what they do, usually you can tell what someone's life is like by talking to them for 10 minutes. And,
Truth.
you know, if you look at my career,
In 10 minutes, I can tell you more things about you than you probably know about you.
and you look at some of the people that have been, you know, around me or whatever, doing music or what have you not, along the way, and you look at what kind of sound they make, what kind of person are they, what's the vibe with that person. A lot of these people with shitty vibes haven't gotten that far.
Right? I'm an empath, so I actually pick up on the vibrations of other people. I can read a room in seconds, like for real. Like, I know it sounds fucking crazy to say shit like that. I'm okay with sounding crazy. And like, I can seriously tell when somebody's in a bad mood. I can tell when somebody's in a good mood. Even if they don't show anything on the outside, I can still pick up on their vibe. I'm just built like that. I refine the energy and I put the energy back. I'm a light worker too. And so I can physically, mentally manipulate the energy fields around me. Not to a great degree. Like, I can't manifest no balls of light or shit like that. But I can pull negative energy and help people with healing and stuff in that manner. So, like, that's a whole thing.
And those of us who ignore those vibes and kind of just do whatever we want, we are farther than those people. Why is that? Well, if your career is a sound, you're like me and block shit out and just kind of stay in your own world, and you're like, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Just keep going, right? But these other ones who are constantly not focusing on what they're fucking doing and what sound they're making, well, they're not making no sound. They're looking at people who are making the sound. So if I'm walking down the street and I'm do 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 do, and he sees me having a good time, and he's not having a good time, he's gonna come at me like,
That's true.
and try to get me to stop. So I'll with him. And if I'm with him, well, then we're just both in the same spot for that time being, right? We're both putting a halt to what the fuck we're doing.
Yep.
We're not anymore. I'm not doing it, and he's not, because he wasn't fucking anyways. So if both careers are what they are, and I'm and this person is wah, boo-hoo, wah, wah, boo-hoo, wah. Look how far him, look how far me. Both the same length, but I'm over here, they're over here, wah, boo-hoo, look at me. So then, they try to attack your shit.
Anybody know who he's talking about? Because, you know, I'm not, like, current on drama and shit. So, I'd like to know. It may come in handy later.
To pull it back down. The only way they can pull you down is if you stop humming that beautiful ass tone to deal with their
Don't stop humming that beautiful ass tone, Ryan.
wah. Fuck that. No, don't. No. If
No.
emotions and
Grind on, baby,
attitudes
grind on.
could charge batteries, and you had this battery being charged in a room that was like, yeah, man, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and bro, I'm gonna wear this because it makes me feel good, and dude, I'm gonna set a goal, and then how I'm gonna get to that goal is humming, getting charged up, right?
This right here is a confirmation. Like, YouTube has not seen my stuff, like, at all. For the last few days, what I had uploaded prior to my ban, it went ahead and went up. But the new stuff, y'all haven't got to see it yet. So, even though Ryan does occasionally watch my reaction videos, there's no way he's seen what I've said. Like, I'm on Rumble and I'm on BitChute. So, he can't know that he's confirming what I've said to me, like this is a confirmation to me that the choice that I made in the direction on this channel is the right one. Like that came out 2 days ago. And he hasn't seen that, so like he has no clue. This is into a video that I normally don't deal with. Like I normally don't do his engagement videos, but this one I chose to. And now we have this, and this is just a confirmation to me. That's how my guy works, y'all.
If this battery's in a room and they're like, man, look.
Because I'm choosing to be the longer harmonic here. Like I'm squashing what I want. I'm squashing the anger and the resentment that I could hold on to and fight to the end with. And I'm going to go on. We're going to do it the way that he wants me to do it.
Look what he's doing, man. Fuck him. He don't deserve. He ain't got. It's gonna be a fucking dead battery. And you know, once these batteries really
Is he talking about Smo? He might be talking about Smo.
realize
Like I covered him once. I don't think I'm gonna cover him again because he had that vibe.
they can't be charged properly, they will try to attack a charged battery to get some energy, clout, eyeballs, attention. When really all you need is your own fucking imagination.
Yep.
You don't need someone else's fucking imagination. You're literally trying to jump on to someone's soaring badass imagination because you don't have one. So you're like, oh, fucking I ride for a minute. No, you can't ride, fucking. You're not a part of this wavelength. But maybe if you had a different tone, you could harmonize with us. But you can't harmonize with us because you ain't on the same tone. This shit matters. I swear it does. Which brings me to my next point.
It absolutely
Which brings
does.
me to my next point. You know, living in my own little world all the time, I do a lot of artsy shit. Like all these drawings, you know, painting my room to make it look cool. After I painted my walls black, I put my pictures up and, you know, my billboard positioning plaques and all this stuff to feel good, to look at it. Because I want to walk in here and have everything that I like pop out at me. And I've made all this stuff and I've drawn all these things by having focus. It's kind of like meditating for me. You know, sometimes my brain wants quietness and chill. So if I'm in my own world in quietness, doing nothing but drawing art that I want to draw, listening to some good art that I chose, later on it's going to make me make an album of art that sounds totally different than something y'all ain't never heard before. But that's solely because I'm in my own world. It's not because I'm focused on anyone else's, what they got going on. I mean, dude, look how many albums I've made.
Straight wisdom.
Like, I don't even know. It's probably like in the 20s or some shit. Because I'm constantly in my own world. My imagination is fucking huge.
That's why I got so much Ryan music left to cover.
For a 30-year-old person. But I'm not consumed by what this other artist is doing. I'm not consumed by who their friends are. My friends with their friends. I'm not consumed by the news. I'm not consumed by Facebook. I deleted that shit. That shit's fucking toxic. Over the past like
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
few months, I have deleted a lot of shit from my life that took unnecessary time and minutes and hours. In this life, I would like to use my time and minutes and hours to be timeless. You can't buy time, but you can create time. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to create music and use my time and minutes creating music that is so good that it outlives my physical self. That's what I want to do. But I'm not going to do that or get there by bickering and fighting or copying somebody else's fucking idea. And when I say copy, I don't mean like, oh, well, you sound kind of like this or you sound kind of like this. Every artist is made by listening to multiple other artists. When I say copy, I mean like copy a fucking album cover that looks exactly like their album cover or some shit like that. And I'm referencing music, obviously, because that's what I do for a living. And, you know, it's a really good career that you can look at that's like, okay, you know, when you're talking about the vibration of somebody and, you know, sounds and attitudes and stuff like that, like, you see a lot of this. And there's a lot of people to watch and see how they are and see where they end up. It's quite interesting. I'll leave you on this. To succeed, you have to know yourself. To know yourself, you can't be distracted by anyone else. Also, you can't get far in life by complaining somebody else is farther than you.
Truth.
Just race against yourself. Then
Yes.
you can't lose. You're just farther than you was yesterday. Now, go limit your time on how much you stare at these fucking apps all damn day. And do something that makes you feel good about yourself.
Truth.
Change the tone, buddy. Change the tone. It's where you won't be when Jeepers come back, fucking. Shoot!
Alright, so y'all don't even realize just how much that is a confirmation, because there's some stuff there that I haven't even done yet, but that I was already planning on doing, that I'm getting to. Like, I'm reworking the MBTI stuff, right? And part of that is what we've been covering so far is just the 8 slots. But actually, the way it's a waveform, like a piece of a DNA strand. It is literally a waveform. The way that you receive information, and I'm working on the graphic for that in my downtime from YouTube, so that I can get that part of the app up and at least have one example of it. And it's funny that this is that's how we ended with that, because we're about to dive into some stuff, and synchronicity. This is right. Ryan Upchurch, thank you for this. I appreciate it. This was good stuff. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me. I am praying for you every single day. This has been Pitt's Take. Peace.